Hello, this video is different from the rest as it is a compilation of the first 5 videos in the Ranking RCS2 Users series starting in chronological order. I've made this for the people who wanted the full 5-part series without the use of a playlist. Before we get to the comp, you should go follow my Twitter account at MakidoStuff. I'll leave a link to it in the description, but with all of that out of the way, let's get on with the compilation. Hello, it's me Mikey, and as the title of the video states, I will be making my own version of Watery's RCS2 tier list. I know it's been like a month since he made the tier list, but I just felt like putting my own take on it. Now, of course, before I start the ranking, I have to force you guys to like and subscribe because it can help me out with future videos. So let's start with the ranking. So the first person on this tier list is Ty. Personally, Ty is an SS tier for me. He's probably one of the best RCS mods just because of his chillness with other people. The next user is Progression. I'm kinda mixed about him as he is kinda chill, but he has also did some stuff which I wanna mention. Because of this, I'll put him on C tier. The next user is Opirix aka Kronos. Kronos is an annoying little brat. He's done things like raiding servers, admin abusing, and worst of all, faking his own death which people actually believe. This is an instant F tier. The next user on this tier list is Mikey. Wait, that's me. I don't mean to be biased of anything, but I'm obviously an SS tier, like, come on. The next user is Beta Stage. As I've said many times before, I think that Beta Stage is goated. I'd say he's the only sane RCS2 users to ever exist. He even rated me 3rd on his favorite RCS2 user list. Because of this, he's an S tier in my book. The next user is Flame. Flame is similar to Progression in the sense that she did some things that I can make a whole video on. To sum it up, she's hated for erotic role-playing with her friends and popularizing the fandom trend on RCS2, which became very oversaturated with lazy servers. I'll put her on D tier. The next user is Flywater. I have nothing against him. He's just a mod for many popular servers. Because of that, I'll put him on A tier. The next user is Oyasumi. Similar to Flywater, I have nothing against Oyasumi. I will put him on B tier though because he isn't as memorable as Flywater. The next user is Textcode. I never really interacted with Textcode, but I've heard that he is liked among RCS community, so I'll give him an A tier. I have decided to group Alay and Maragreen together because they are uncannily similar, mainly with grooming and erotic roleplay. Because of that, I've decided to put both of them in F tier and they shouldn't be welcome back. The next user is Orange. Orange was a reporter who is hated for many things that I don't want to get into. But besides that, I'll put him in D tier. The next user is Blindy. I don't have anything against Blindy, but he is really chill dude who reminds me a lot of me. I ain't biased, I swear. Besides that, I'd put him in S tier. The next user is 2DI. The only thing I have to say about 2DI is that she's goated. But A tier. The next user is Takaka. Takaka is what you'd expect from a chill reporter. I don't have anything else to say about him. I'll give him an A tier as well. The next user is Alpha Stage. I can really relate to Alpha Stage for some reason, I don't know why, but S tier. The next user is DevDuck. I think of DevDuck as the same as Takaka, a chill reporter. I may as well give him an A tier. The next user is Helios. I don't really know that much about Helios. I may get flame, but I'll put him in B tier. The next user is Waterine Rockin. He is the most Sigma RCS2 user you'll ever meet. I know people will hate me for this, but I'll put in SS tier. By the way, Watery, if you're watching this video, do you know where my guide went? The next user is Ian Ra ks Kempton. Ian Ra is an interesting user. He's been involved in controversy beforehand. Because of this, I'll put him in C tier. And the last user on this tier list is Hello. Similar to Helios, I don't know that much about Hello, so I'll put him in B tier. And that's it. The RCS2 tier list is officially complete. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And remember, I'll see you guys again soon. Well, hopefully. Hello, it's me Mikey once again with a highly requested video. As you've probably inferred, this is a part 2 to the RCS2 ranking video I had made and uploaded almost a month ago, which is crazy. Before I start with the ranking, I have to beg you guys to like and subscribe to see more similar content in the future. But besides that, let's get on with the video. The first user we're starting off with this video on is Classic. Classic has been banned plenty of times, but he's always chill, which to be honest is the only way I can describe him. So B tier, I guess. John is next up. John is an interesting user. Before we talk about the controversy, he created Rodube, which is the most hated RCS2 trend because of how overrated and overused it is. On the Roblox Chat Simulator 2 Discord server, many people, including John, were on a VC playing Gartic Phone. Then all of a sudden, John draws up this obviously racist image. His reputation was never the same afterwards. He was later confirmed to only be 12 years old and was kicked out of the Roblox Chat Simulator 2 reporter group. This is an obvious D tier. Virus is next up on this tier list. Virus can do X up sometimes, but besides that, he's normal. From what I know, I'ma just say a tier before he does something I don't know what though. Ambacur is next up. This may be a bit controversial or not, but I'll put him on C tier. His shtick was that he pinged positive every second and he sometimes sent some weird videos and other interesting things. Cool Guy is next up. This may be controversial, but I don't really get why people like Cool Guy so much. He just sits doing nothing for most of the time in my point of view. The only positive is that he did create Paranormal Labs and Roleplay City, which firstly, are overrated, and second led to servers like Chronos Labs and the whole fandom trend to exist. So I'd put him in B tier honestly. Modern is next up. He's basically his Classic 2.0. Everything applies to him also, but kinda worse because he makes gender-bent art of popular characters. I'll still give him the B though. Murder is next up. Akagage_07. You may know Murder for creating the most overrated server in RCS2 history, the Curse of the Dark. If I was rating servers, I would have given it a D tier. But we're talking about the owner of that server, Murder. Murder has a history of being sensitive towards obvious jokes people make about the server, which had at one point led to Murder making the server invite only. I'd give Murder a C tier honestly. Gamer Gabriel is next up. You may not recognize his name, but you probably know him for making the Solar System server. He's a laid-back guy honestly, even with the sus dot. I'd give him an A tier. Silly is next up. Silly is the owner of the popular Boss Fight server, Boss Fight Battlegrounds. The server is really well made honestly, especially for an overrated trend like Boss Fight servers. Silly is also a decent guy in general, which is why I'll rate him a tier. Triturl is up next. You may know Triturl for making those high-effort murder drone servers that were really good. I still feel bad for him that his main account was banned from RCS2. I'll give him an A tier though. Zozo is up next. Zozo is probably one of the most interesting users on this tier list. Zozo owns the popular house server Mother's House, which is not a good server. The server's non-roleplay chats are always at the bottom, which always pisses me off for some reason. But back to Zozo, they have been known for at everyone pinging the most useless stuff like a bad word alert. Zozo also treats their own moderators poorly, even banning them sometimes for saying a nickname that Zozo doesn't like. And worst of all, Zozo always forgets to give roles out to people, which always aggravates peoples. Zozo is an example of a bad server owner. These reasons listed should not be committed to a server owner that wants to become popular. Zozo is honestly a C tier though. Zillionaire Akazillionaire is up next. Zillionaire created one of the most popular corruption servers for its time. The server was really well made and I don't think it's overrated at all. I'll give Zillionaire an A tier. JUSTJ is next up, and honestly, JUSTJ has contributed a lot to this community. Firstly, he made the anti-lazy Roblox group and Discord server about exposing how bad of a person lazy is, which I'll get to later. He's also made the fandom airplane server, which is the only good fandom server in my opinion, even though he permanently transferred ownership of it to someone else. Honestly, I'll give him an S tier. Tomfoolery is next up. If tomfoolery never existed, all of the images and that one Sterling video that I uploaded here wouldn't exist. Hell then not. I'd lose status, which has been on my profile for who knows how long, was originally thought up by him. I have to give him an S tier. BDT is the next up. BDT is honestly a chill moderator. I remember when I kinda had a grudge for him for exactly no reason because he was a Skibidi Toilet fan, but he actually grew up. I'll give him an A tier. Lazy is up next, sadly. This is the part of the video I've been dreading for. I won't talk about everything because this video will be so long, but in summary, Lazy is an RCS2 user who owns a chatting server. He had groomed his friends on Discord and commissioned them to make Rule 34 art and doing erotic roleplay. I wish I can give him something even worse, but I'll give him an obvious D tier. Goldude is up next and he's interesting. Firstly, he themed his profile all around the Verbalays incident that happened last month. I also remember him basically making heavily cropped Rule 34 which he photoshopped and would somehow get past Roblox moderation. I'd rate him a B tier though. Cherry Moon is up next. You may know Cherry Moon for making the corruption apocalypses, which is a bit overrated in my opinion. If Zozo is an example of a bad server owner, then Cherry Moon is an example of a good server owner. Besides that, Cherry Moon gets an A tier. Pavel _Ty is next up. Pavel is genuinely a great person. I remember he told me that he wanted to become a moderator one day and that he wanted to collect all of the badges, which he would later succeed with. I'm just glad he enjoys what he does. I'll give him an A tier. Military Scout is the next up and the final up. I had to include at least one Paranormal Labs moderator and I choose Military Scout. I've decided to rate him ever higher, that cool guy which people would hate me from doing. But I'll do it anyways because he actually has a personality. I'll give him an A tier. Finally, I'm done with this video. It took me forever to write the script for it. I hope you really like this video because it took me forever to make, honestly. I hope you have a good day and bye. Hello guys, it's me Mikey once again and today I'll be ranking even more RCS2 users. But before we get to the ranking of these people, I have to beg you guys to like and subscribe to see similar content like this. But besides that, let's get on with the video. Modius is the first one on this tier list as it seems. Modius is kinda chill, I guess. You can tell that I have nothing to say. But with the rating I'd put him in a tier. Money is next. Money is another chill guy. He also left the reporter group which I find as based for some reason. I'd put him in around B tier. Fatalim is next. You may not know Fatalim at first, but as a refresher, Fatalim was one of those flame mods, but the difference between him and other flame mods is that he was actually sane, which was kinda rare for a flame mod to be. He's honestly kinda chill besides that, so I'd rate him a B tier. Hecha is next. I'ma try to summarize this as best as possible, but Hecha is an infamous user due to them erotic role-playing with progression of all people through DMS in RCS2, and they also inspired Flame to do some heinous actions. That's really what I'm gonna say about them. Because of this, I can't put them any higher than a C. Zelizy is next. Nothing really to say here in this segment because, well, it's Zelizy. I'll just put them in a tier. Catalyst is next. I don't really know much about Catalyst in general, but for my own sake, I'll just put them in B tier. Charmin is next. Charmin is a person who makes YouTube videos about RCS2. In general, my favorite series of his is the RCS2 Slander series, which I find interesting even though it's basically like Watery's RCS Slander. Because of this, I'll give him an A tier. Imhorse is next. Now this may be a hot take, but I think Imhorse is kinda annoying. I don't think that's even a hot take because anyone knows that. They are just annoying to me and possibly many other people. He's just a newgen that wants to get involved with the rest of the community, which kinda backfired. I'll give him a C tier. Totally Cheeky is next. Totally Cheeky is chill, honestly. I'll just give him a B tier. Fia is next. Sophia is an interesting RCS2 moderator. They've said some weird things to Pavel a while ago. This is the only time I'll ever use the word sus to describe someone. I'll give him a C tier. Lizzie is next. Lizzie is kinda cool, I guess. They make good servers which I kinda enjoy. I'll give them a B tier. Terry is next. I have nothing personally against Terry, but my opinion has changed of him for the better. I guess I'll rate him a B tier. Zayers is next. Zayers is a cool dude, honestly, and he is kinda funny too. I'll rate him an A tier because of this. Canner is the next and last user here on this tier list. We're ending off on a good note here because Canner is the definition of being goated. There's nothing that can go wrong with him if you forgot about the past. And that's it for the video. I made this video well because I haven't uploaded on here in a while, so yeah. I ran out of things to say, so bye. Hello guys and welcome to the fourth part of the ranking RCS2 user series. Today I will be ranking some people that I've missed in previous parts. Now before we get into the video, I have to force you guys to once again like and subscribe so you can see more content from me in the future. Now besides that, let's get on with the video. So the first user I'll be ranking today is Plastizilia. Now Plastizilia is a PL mod, so take this with a grain of salt. And I forgot to mention that he owns some big servers. I'll probably rank Plast B tier cause I don't know where to put him, to be honest. Glided is next to be ranked. Glided is interesting. Back in the past, he would sometimes say something weird out of context in his chat Future Labs server. Relating to that server, it was a small trend to speedrun getting banned on that server by posting this KBD Glided image. That doesn't really matter though, Glided has kinda grown up a bit, so I'd rank him in a tier in my standards. Displayed for Real is next to be ranked. Displayed for Real's previous actions are kinda weird. He one of those erotic role players, and because of that, I'll probably rate them a C tier honestly. Minus is next to be ranked. Minus is a chill guy. He had to go through a lot of things because he was one of the victims of lazy. He sometimes can be sporadic like in the past, but I'll rate him an A. Gamer is next to be ranked. Unlike Minus, Gamer is the opposite of chill. He has an insane number of ops and basically hates everyone besides a select few, and because of this, he's defo getting ranked into S tier because of my bias. Boney is next to be ranked. Boney is really cool honestly. He makes these videos on his channel relating to the lore of TC, and some of them are really good honestly. Because of that, I'd rate him in a tier. Ticotter is next to be ranked. Ticotter is fine, I guess. I have to say honestly, I'd give him a B tier. Obgestal is next. Obgestal is cool, I guess. He makes these vids on his YouTube channel which have no relation to RCS2. The quality of the content is high, so I'd rate him in a tier most likely. Regrettable Staff is next to be ranked. Regrettable Staff is interesting user. I don't really have anything against him. I'll just rank him a B tier to be safe. Average Person is next to be ranked. Average Person is a W user. He helped expose Flame multiple times and is honestly just chill, which is rare from any ordinary RCS2 user including me. So I'd rank him an S tier. Sniper Waterstrung is next to be ranked. Sniper Waterstrung is fine, I guess. I'll rank him a B tier. The last person I'll be ranking today is Highly Not Funny. Highly Not Funny only became famous because he always posted images of garlic bread, milk and cool air. I find that cool for some reason, and also he doesn't really get involved with anything, so I'd rate him in a tier. And that's really it for today's ranking. I swear this is actually the last part to the series. I'm starting to run out of ideas for people to rank. Hello guys, once again. Today I've decided to return to my ranking RCS2 user series because of how highly requested it has been. It's crazy how it's been almost a month since the last video in this series dropped. Besides that, you guys should definitely like and subscribe to see most videos similar to this. And with that out of the way, let's get on with the video. The first person I'll be ranking today will be Avenger. Avenger is an RCS2 user who is mainly known for his many house servers. He is also known for the Thea War, which lasted almost 2 years on RCS2. Avenger can be edgy most of the time. I've gotten used to it. I'd rate him in a tier honestly. Rise is next. Rise is known for his Darkness Takeover server. I've kinda known him for months, with him being one of my first mods. He's kinda cool, I guess, and cause of that I'll rank him in a tier. Avancido is next up. He's chill, I guess. I'll give him B tier for now. Avi is next up. Avi is a person who makes great art in this community. I find them to be of high quality and such, that's why I'd rank them in a tier. What is next up? What is an RCS2 user who has a house server? Unlike people like Hecha, they haven't really done anything bad. They're also another mod of mine, so I'll give him a B tier. Plus is next up. I don't really know that much about Plus, but one of the things I know is that they are supported by Lazy. If you've seen part 2, you probably already know my opinion on Lazy. And just because Plus supports Lazy, I'll give them a C tier. Bloxby is next up. Bloxby is genuine. First off, he was working on an RCS2 FNF mod. It's probably cancelled by now though, but the dedication of making a mod is crazy. He also is another great artist in this community. I've gotta give him an solid S tier. British Tia is up next. The only thing I have to say about British Tia is that I think he's a part of the classic lore. I give him a B tier personally. Egg is up next. Egg is the guy that only says one part 5. Yep, he's that guy. Egg, if you're watching this, I know you've been waiting for this day to come, and here it is. Besides breaking the fourth wall, just because of the dedication of saying the same thing over and over again, I'll give him an S tier. I feel like he deserves it for some reason. Who is up next. I probably butchered that name, but I don't care. In all seriousness, I first found out about the current TC controversy through him, so thanks. As you can tell, he's a mod for the corruption apocalypse. He also makes these comic book style vids on his channel. I think those are interesting. I'll rank him in a tier. Karg is up next. Karg is a nice fella. I'll give him a B tier because why not? The final person I'll be ranking today is Milk. Milk is the guy that made that meat RCS2 server where it parodies on RCS2 stuff. The server's cool, I guess, cause you guys probably know how much I like researching this community. Besides that, me and Milk are on good terms, so I'll rank him in a tier. And that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. See you next video. And that's the end of the compilation. If you enjoyed this video, then go ahead and like and subscribe to see similar content like this. I'll see you next video and goodbye.